They don't believe me. They gonna hate on me. They gonna say, "Oh man, ain't no way," because you don't know what you don't know.
Okay.
We
How
first,
can we find out? Where can we go? You want to give a Bitcoin class? No, I'm playing. How can one really go and trust? Go to somebody we can trust and learn about it. I mean, I don't want to. Do we go to Google? I mean, how do we find out who owns Bitcoin? How to get started?
it's not owned by anybody. That's the whole thing about it. It's not really. It's called decentralized money, and basically, think about it this way: when you go into those hotels and those gas stations, who own them? When you go into normally a gas station or these hotels, who own them? Mostly you see Indians in there working, right?
Mhm.
And you
Yeah,
wonder,
yeah.
people always say, how are they getting to this country? How are they able to come here and open all these businesses and we can't get along? We can't do this. Look at the corner stores. Who owns them?
Yeah, not the
How
white
are
men
they
no more.
doing that? How are they
Right, right.
doing that? Well,
Yeah.
this is part of one of the ways that they're doing it.
Hmm. But we need to
This
catch
is
on.
part of one of the ways that they're doing it. And a lot of them are not using big. There's other ways. It's a whole bunch of ways that money is being made, and we can't get on the train because we don't believe it. We don't trust it.
Okay.
And
Right.
believe it or
Okay.
not, I got to be honest, a lot of us are ripping each other off, and we're making it bad for the
For
ones
it.
that's trying to help
Okay.
people. That's why I
So
don't ask nobody for a dime to help them to learn what I know. Pretty much, I got the information from people that showed me how to do it. They didn't charge me a dime, so
mhm.
I don't charge anybody. I'll give the
Right. Right.
information, but here's what I don't do.
Hmm.
I won't beg you to learn. I won't chase you to learn. I'll put the information out there. I'll give you the steps. But I'm retired. So
Hmm.
I enjoy my life. I enjoy traveling, having fun,
Yes. And
playing with
so
my toys.
yeah, I've been
You know
watching
what I
you. I'm
mean?
like,
So I'm
Bitcoin.
like, hey, I'll show you, I'll help you, I'll guide you, but you got to be coachable. You
Right.
see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
See, that's yeah.
You
And you
got
have
to
to
be
understand the game. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. And
Oh,
like I
oh,
said,
oh,
hey,
I'm over. Oh, it's delayed. Okay, I
yeah,
thought.
I'm willing to. I'll show anybody, you know, how to get started, what they need to do. It's not that hard, but you have
Okay.
to learn the 4 steps.
Okay. Okay. So before we live, this is on live on DNR TV. This is live right now on DNR TV. Just to let you know. So shout out everybody. If you ain't watching, you're gonna be watching because I'm gonna have my TV popping here in a few days. In our conclusion, okay, how can we get a hold of you if somebody wants to talk to you about Bitcoin? How can we get a hold of you, or would you want somebody to get a hold of you, or what? Do you have like a something you could post
Oh
on
yeah,
my
by
road
all
or
means,
or somewhere?
I have an email address. Anybody can email me,
Okay, see
and
that's
I can get
the
the
thing. A lot of people don't
information
like
out.
to put out there. Just want to ask you. Okay, so
Oh yeah, I have a
okay,
different
so
email address that I use for the business.
oh, smart man.
You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay,
Okay, it,
okay,
it, it will be jest, which is the word jest, the number four, just for and you invest at gmail.com.
okay.
I
All
wish
right,
I
y'all
could
got
write it
that.
up here and tell you, but it's the
Well,
J.
I'll post it on my page
Okay, yeah,
that way
I'll
because
send it.
we'll do it.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. But yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and I'll send the information out to get started, and
Yeah,
I'll even walk people through certain things. But
yeah.
I make it so simple. The videos that I show you, I mean,
Okay.
my 13-year-old granddaughter,
Uh-huh.
I showed her how to do it and get started and do stuff like
You
that.
think kids that young
No,
can do it?
no, but she can help her mom do it.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me ask you this: families can get together and do Bitcoin as a family and trade with
Oh
one
yeah,
another,
oh yeah,
or
oh yeah, oh yeah.
okay.
You can do it as a family. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But see, she's so computer literate, that she can help her mom how to
Oh yeah.
maneuver to the things.
See,
Because
they come out of the
hey,
womb knowing how
yeah, you
to
ain't lying.
navigate
So
the stuff.
yeah,
They do with a cell phone in hand. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you so much, Magnus. Are you still there, Magnus? Did Magnus leave? Magnus?
Yeah, how you doing?
If I, did you hear all that? That's some good
Yeah, I
stuff,
heard all
huh?
that. Yo, check it out,
Okay.
right? It's one thing I want to elaborate on, right? And he touched on a topic that I think is very, very important. Hold on.
listen, I'm trying. Excuse me. I
I,
evidently,
you hear me?
I'm trying to hear you, but my boss I guess I switched wrong.
You switched
Anthony,
on.
I didn't mean to cut you short like that. Okay, I thought I was doing the right thing. I switched over to Mandis because I wanted to bring him back up so I can get you both together at once. But I guess I did it wrong. But anyways, what I want to say is, Mandis, go ahead and continue to say what you're saying, and then we're gonna bring Anthony
All right.
back in, and we're gonna
Yeah, bring
conclude.
Anthony. Yo, it was something that Anthony said that was very keen, and he spoke about what I call cynicalism. Cynicalism, and cynicalism is actually being suspicious of other people's motives.
Oh,
See, we've been taught. See, in come up impoverished neighborhoods, you have somewhat of a selfish, greedy mentality, and that greedy mentality makes you project it on the other people. See, and meaning that I can't trust this person, I can't trust that. If you listen to the song "Disease of Thugs," at the end of it, I said caring is dangerous. Caring is dangerous. Why? Why? Because the thing is that people are being taught so much cynicalism that we don't want to trust nobody. So
and we don't.
you know why? Because it's uncomfortable. See, I'd rather be comfortable with the devil I know than the devil I don't know.
Well, the Bible said, "Don't trust no man."
You see, now mind you, if that was the case, then I wouldn't trust Jesus or Moses. You see what I'm saying? So
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about not trusting on man. I'm talking about having the attributes
Right.
for being trustworthy.
Right.
If you're a trustworthy individual, your behavior is going to show that, and I will
Right.
learn how to trust you over you. See, you see what I'm saying? That's number
Yeah,
one.
that's a big thing.
Now, check
I've
this
learned
out,
that.
too. You spoke about gangsterism. See, we need to understand something. This word gangster, right? I would look at Anthony like a gangster. You know why? Because what they thought about is this. This is something that we fail on. Black people, right? And I'm just being honest on all boards. Black people are the only people in America that don't have their own institutions. See,
That's what I'm saying.
You know why? So you got all of these billionaire rappers, but nobody is invested in our own schools. Nobody's invested in our own hospitals. Nobody's invested in our own, our own economy. You go to the corner stores, you go to these stores. These stores are owned in these neighborhoods, and nobody's investing in them. So when you be like, yo, wait a minute, what is happening here? We so caught up by shoes, clothes, Jews, black people.
Yeah.
Listen, black people in America. This is a fact. We spend over $30 billion every fiscal year
Heroin.
for nothing. Yo,
Yes,
you understand? Now you want to complain about the police, but you won't hire no police. You want to complain about the ambulance, but you won't establish no ambulance. You won't establish a hospital. You won't establish a school. These are institutions that are needed to empower a community.
Right.
You see? So anytime we going for help, you want to, the doctors are deaf. The doctors are doing this. But as soon as something happens, you call the police. As soon as something happens, you go to the hospital. So all of these other people outside of your people, we the only one that been taught to be self-destructing.
I know.
This is the disease of a thug. Listen. This is the disease of a thug. In this interview, and anybody going to hear it, listen. This is the disease. Anybody at any time or at any level can become a gangster. You know why?
Yes.
Because we don't have these institutions that give us social and economical stability. We don't have none of that. I can't go to a hospital with a whole bunch of black people in it. I can't go to a store with a whole bunch of black people selling stuff. The most we get is Jamaicans, Arabs, right? Arabs, Chinese. And you're like, yo, wait a minute. How's all these people coming over here doing it? Because the truth of the matter is that y'all haven't invested in it. The most we even seen in the hoods.
Well, we don't get the money, right? We don't even get reparation. Don't they come over here with money to help them?
No. The only people that's getting reparations for anything are the Jews. The Hasidic Jews. They get $10 billion every fiscal year. They even, now mind you, I'm gonna tell you something, right? Listen.
The Indians get money too.
The Jews' Holocaust was filmed. That atrocity of Hitler was filmed. Ours wasn't. Nobody really knew what we went through. See, and now we at a level of actually going for myself, love for myself. If you ain't my family, you ain't my team, you ain't people I love, F you. That mentality has destroyed us all across the board.
Yeah.
That mentality has destroyed us all across the board. So when you look at gangsters, when we want to be a gangster, you got to think about it. The root word is gang. They was all together. Why are we gonna sit here and I'm gonna put my money into somebody else's industry or somebody else's business, and I won't put it in my own?
Mhm.
I can get
You
the
know
same
what?
black money. See, think about it. The most
Yeah, I
the
understand
most
what
thing
you're
you give
saying,
with black people, see,
and
the
that's the
most thing you give
problem.
with black people is salons and hairdressing. We doing hair, nails, and all that. What happened to our doctors? What happened to our lawyers? What happened to our architects?
Morticians. But can't,
What happened to the morticians?
I can't even get along.
See,
I can't. You know what? But that's gonna be another. That's gonna be another story because I have my degree. I'm right there, but I cannot get. And then the zoning.
I got a master's. I got a master's in psychology, right? I have a master's in psychology. Do you think black people run around looking for a counselor? No. So where am I getting my money from? You understand? You think black people run around looking for a counselor? They don't need no
Things
counselor
have
because they don't
changed.
care anyway. But the thing is that wow. Now watch this, right? If me and you and say Anthony, watch this. I'm gonna show you something crazy. Me, you, and Anthony, say we gross, and just in 1 month, we gross, say 200,000. We just gross. It's hypothetically, we gross 200,000. You know what the first thing I would say? Yo, you know what we need to do? Instead of putting this into other ventures, we need to create our own bank.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yes, we need to create our own bank.
That'd be good. Yeah.
200,000. You see how I'm thinking? Because if you do that, then we can give people loans based on the credit that we know from them that help them. See,
Right.
this is the difference. The bank don't care about none of that. These banks, the World Bank, we got an issue. Look, we got an issue in Russia. Russia invaded
Yes.
Ukraine. Yeah. What was the first thing that Biden said? We're gonna get the international bank to stop funding them money. This is what this is about, money. It ain't got nothing to do with y'all. How many people gonna die? How many people gonna get bombed out? How many infrastructure gonna get destroyed? They don't care. The bank is talking about, yo, listen, don't pay them people nothing. Because if I can't fund you, you can't win a war. So we need essentials. Black people, and I'm being honest, black people need essentials. We need banks. We need hospitals. We need schools. These are the things we need.
Okay.
It's a difference from being a teacher. If you got a teacher that's in a class that's sitting there telling some people that everything that they saying is really irrelevant. But if you get a person like me to come up in here and say, yo, black man, black woman, you are a price tag. Understand what I'm saying? You are a price tag. If I put you in jail, they give you a number. That's a price tag. Yeah. You understand? If I put you over here, it's a number. It's a price tag. Do you understand who you are and what you represent in the society? If you don't understand that, it's easy for you to be manipulated.
Yeah, yeah. And we come in this world with a number, and we come out of this world with a number. And while we got thousands of numbers. You're right. This is nice. This is nice. We got to wrap it up though. We can continue again. Later on we can continue the Valley Road Show. But you both made some very good points. And in conclusion, we need to think differently about money as black people. We need to start investing. We need to learn how to invest. We need more black people that know how to invest to help other black people invest. I'm calling out all you elite men that have knowledge of this to mount up. I don't care where you're at. Just start teaching and bring somebody up. Show them, help them. Let's get something. We can own our own. You know what I mean? We can own our own. You're right. We spend a lot of money on nothing, like you say. We spend a lot of time doing it, smoking this, that, rapping, and ain't nothing going nowhere, nothing. We need to come together, get your head together, invest. Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, get off the street. Them days is over. Don't get nut, man. The people invest in them jails. Don't give a nair another dollar. Not a nair another dollar. Because every time one y'all go in there, that's the chain. And they all in it. So the cops grab you. When they let people out of jail, who was it? Clinton, not Clinton, Trump. But right after that, did you know if they were picking the same people up, they were picking them back up? They'd be sitting on the corner waiting for them to pull over. You know, people, why you pull me over? Well, there's no reason, because we know you have a felony and we want to take you off right now, so there's a reason for us to take you and pull you in so we get that money. So we need to change everything.
Can I throw something out here real quick?
Sure.
I'm going to tell you something, right? And this is very, very, very insightful. You need to listen. The majority of the time when you touch that issue of cop brutality, cops killing us, right? We basically being murdered. This is what it is, right? But you know what the biggest issue is? is that you don't see that happen with other ethnicities because these other ethnicities have countries backing them.
Hmm.
You gotta understand that. If you kill a Chinese man out here, you gotta answer to China. You kill a Russian man out here, you gotta answer to Russia. You kill an Arab out here, you gotta answer to Saudi Arabia. You gotta answer to the Arab Emirates. And you wonder why is this? Black people in America is totally disconnected from Africa. This is facts. So we over here are disconnected people with no political and economic backing. So it's easy to kill you. You see?
Yeah.
Because there's no repercussions. If you kill a Chinese man, China ain't gonna give you nothing. They ain't having it. This is what they call diplomatic immunity. We don't have none of that. Number two, why was the civil rights movement so effective than the BLM movement? I'm gonna tell you why. See, when you look at the civil rights movement, when they move, they shut down economics. We're not taking your buses. We're not going to your stores. That's money.
Okay, we up the light that went out. We'll continue. We'll continue. I'm gonna call you when I get home. Okay, we'll continue. We have to get ready to go. And Anthony and Mandis, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you all for watching and viewers that's gonna watch on DNR TV, and also thank you for watching on 98.9 radio. This is Sharon Rose, the Valley Rose Show. I love you. Peace out. God bless. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right.
Peace, man.
Okay.
Peace.
All right, you guys. Okay. Thank you.